What's up, family? It's Wednesday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. That means it's time for MidLink. And y'all know who I am. And well, if you're a first timer, you may not know, but I'm Pastor Ty Dillon. And as always, I love to remind you, God is up to something big in your life. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about being with you. Man, I missed y'all, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself. That's what I get for kind of moving stuff. Like I need to stop doing that, right? All right. How did you enjoy your holiday? How did you enjoy yourself? How did things go? Did you enjoy your family? I hope you did. It was a great time for me. I wish I could have got a little bit more rest, but guess what? That's neither here nor there. I'm cool either way. Glad to be back. Well, listen, here's what I need you to do. Ain't a whole lot changed. Certainly this part hasn't changed. I need you to go ahead and make sure that you do what we call our check-in. Check-in. Hey, the check-in is real simple. All you need to do is jump in the comment section and say hello, how you doing? Happy New Year. Good to see you. Good afternoon, evening, night, whatever time you are watching this. Just let us know that you are here. So let's see, who do we have checking in? Look who's up first. Tanisha Dillon saying good evening, everybody. Thank you for checking in, sweetheart. Virginia Baker. She not changed that name quick, y'all. I don't think the ink was dry on the license before she changed the name on the. I'm just messing with her. Good evening. She's married now. Hey, Sister Sandra Warren. Good evening to you. Praying for you. Blessings to you, Brother Tyrone. Tomorrow Cannon. Hey, good to see you on. Good evening to you, ma'am. Blessings to you and the crew. What's going on, Miss Ellie? Blessings. Good to see you on. Blessings to you. What's up, Mr. Martavius? What's up, family? Good to see you, man. Blessings to you, Mr. Baker, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. Y'all get it right. What's up, Victoria? Good to see you on. God bless you. Thanks so much for being on and for checking in. Bruce Howard in the building, at least the virtual building, right? Good to see you on, sir. Good evening to you as well, man. Hey, Miss Cheryl Core, good evening, blessed one. She speak that over our life every time we receive it. So glad to be back on MidLink. Been missing it. We've been missing y'all too. So thank you so much for being on. Hey, there go Mama, my Dukes. Good to see you on. Mother Myrtle Dillon. Blessings to see you on. What's up, Miss Evening All? Shay, Francesca. I was supposed to call your government name, huh? All right, good to see you on, though. Blessings. Hey, Miss Chelsea. Good to see you on. God bless you. Thanks so much for checking in with us. Happy New Year and all this. I've seen a lot of y'all already, so happy New Year. Good evening, everyone. There's Tiffany. Good to see you on. God bless you. Thank you for being on MidLink tonight. I need everybody to do me a huge favor. If you hadn't already, y'all should know this by now. When y'all get on, just get on, say hi, then go do what? Go share, go like, go love, go inbox somebody, go copy the link, and then text it to your people and them and say, hey, you need to get on and check out my pastor or check out MidLink or whatever you want to tell them. But go ahead and share this thing, man. Let's put this thing out here and make sure that we get it to as many people as possible. Y'all know what we believe. We believe every life, every like is a life, and every share is a soul. So we want to connect to people, man. That's all we want to do is connect to people. All right. Just a few things before we get going tonight. We have some good stuff for you that is happening right now. We just kicked off a time of consecration, which we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. This time of consecration, this time of fasting and praying, 21 days of prayer and fasting, Pastor, what is all this graphic? What's going on with it? It's being shaken. It's being shaken. The part that's not being shaken says what? Unshakable faith. And so man, you have to go over there and read Hebrews in chapter 12. And we could talk more about that, but we're walking in some stuff that God is allowing us to walk in. And if you want to take this 21 days of prayer and fasting journey with us, if you're not already decided to do that, you should decide And even if you're not part of the People Place Church, we'd love for you to be a part of this journey. You can connect with us in many different ways because we're doing the fasting portion, but we're also doing the prayer portion. And so we're praying every night at 8 o'clock p.m. We are praying on Sundays in our Facebook group. I'll tell you more about that here in a moment. It's an exclusive group. And then we're on our call line. We'll be on there tonight, Monday through Fridays, 609-663-0482. And then we're in person if you're in the Gadsden area, 853 Walnut Street, Saturdays 9 to 10 a.m. The Facebook group, man, good news. The Facebook group is the digital hub, TPPC Digital Hub, an online community for believers. For who? Believers. You don't have to be local. You don't have to be partner at the People Place. It's just an online community for believers. And that's where we go live on those Sundays. It's also where we post all types of things, recipes and encouragements and words of the Lord and messages and all types of things just to make that community be vibrant and all of that. And our goal is that that is something that happens year round, not just when we do our 21 days of prayer and fasting. Also, we have some amazing resources that are available to you completely free. Free ain't bad, huh? Everybody kind of like free, I think. All you have to do is go to our website and you can check out these wonderful resources. And even before we click on that, man, look at this website. There's so many things here. Maybe you haven't taken time to go and check out our website. You can, man, listen, you can put a prayer request in. If you're feeling led, you can join the family. If you're new, you can find some different things that are there. Find out about our kids ministry, culture classes, baptism, all that. Find out about who's the pastor, who is this guy and this lady, and so many other things. But that's neither here nor there. You ought to take you some time though and go check it out and click some of these tabs and just get lost on the website and find your way, through some stuff, and you'll discover some things I think will help you so much. But if you go to the peopleplacechurch.com and if you'll click on the banner that says 21 days of prayer and fasting, it's going to take you directly to some amazing resources that will help you navigate this course. That's going to give some excitement and add some color to this time of fasting and praying. So you're not just over there suffering for Jesus. It is a sacrifice for sure, but absolutely there are some things that can help us as we navigate this course. All right. I think y'all got that. I think you got it. Okay. All right. Well, praise the Lord. I could not do all of that without telling you there's a lot of stuff going on at the People Place Church, and we love for you to come and be a part of what's happening there at TPPC. We're located at the venue 201 George Wallace Drive in Gadsden, Alabama, and we love for you to be our most honored guest. I'm telling you, it's going to be it's just some wonderful things happening. And this upcoming Sunday is Vision Sunday, and so we love for you to be a part of that. That Vision Sunday means that we are going to be sharing about who we are, of course, whose we are, but who we are, and some of the things that God has given us for the 2026 calendar year. And so it's going to be a wonderful time for you to do that, to be there. Why don't you join us Sunday? Be our very special guest in Jesus' name. All right. Let's go. Let's see what we got. What we have for tonight. All right. What do we have for tonight? Hey, I want to read you a scripture, and then I'll kind of talk to you about it. I want to read you this scripture, and here's what it says. It's Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Romans 12 and verse 2. I think this is really a good way for us to kick off MidLink, considering we've already come into a new year. We've already crossed over the threshold. And man, I don't know about you, but my goal is to be intentional about this year. One of the things that we have to realize is that we can not go back and um, get those things that were have been lost. We cannot go back and find ourselves in a place where things that we have experienced maybe in the past that those things are, um, you know, that they automatically are going to shift. We have to be intentional about doing something different. We have to be intentional about that. We have to be intentional about the steps that we take. We have to be intentional about the moves we make. I know every little step I take, every little move I make. I know Bobby Brown. I know it just came out sometimes. It just be like that. All right. So good evening. Hey, what's going on? God bless you. Good to see you on here. Thank you for being with us. But this year is a year of intentional effort. It's a year of being diligent and being deliberate. It's a year. I believe that it's important that we all to be um, doing things on purpose, purposeful pursuits. And so I think all of those things, being deliberate, being diligent, intentional efforts, purposeful pursuits, I believe they're all going to spawn out of um, living a consecrated life. Living a consecrated life. I believe doing these things are going to come from us living a life as those who've been set apart. And that's really the essence of when you talk about living a consecrated life, living a life that is as one who has been set apart for a particular purpose and a particular use. And so that doesn't mean that you're a hermit per se. That don't mean you're somewhere in, you know, a closet, somewhere in the room in the back, uh, over here in the corner where nobody can find you. You're not socializing with anybody. It's not necessarily so. Um, but it is me recognizing who I am and whose I am, and therefore operating and functioning accordingly. And so there are spaces and places that I am um, where I won't frequent. There's spaces and places that I will frequent, but I'm saying it is under the leadership and the ordaining of God ordering my steps. So you said I was pausing because they want you to hear like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. I ain't going to my auntie house. I'm going to no. God may be calling you over there to be a light. He may be calling you to a space so that you can bear witness, so that you can evangelize. A particular group or whatever it is. And so, but the idea is that I've been set apart. Now, I would have you understand and know that this setting apart didn't just start because 2026 came in. It didn't just start because there's a new year. It didn't start when you got saved per se. It is, I believe that it is for all of us that principle that we see in uh, the book of Jeremiah in 1 and 5. He says, listen, I set you aside. I've consecrated you. I've set you aside for a particular purpose. In that instance, to be a prophet, so forth and so on. But I'm not getting into any particular office and all that. I'm saying that I believe that for all of us, there are paths that have been prearranged, prepared ahead of time for us to walk therein. And so there is a different approach that I'm going to have um, when I recognize who I am and whose I am. There's a different approach I'm going to have when I know that I'm walking in and on purpose. And it's not just random. It's not just reckless. It's not just something I'm doing for the sake of doing it. It's not just, another day. And it's not just another year, these types of things. But, I'm living my life for the use in a way that is suitable for the use of the master. Did I ever read Romans 12 and 2? I didn't read it yet. All right, let me read it. Here's what it says. This is the ESV. It says this: do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Here's Romans 12 and 2 in the amplified version of the Bible says it this way, kind of unpacks it just a little bit. Do not be conformed to this world, this age, fashioned after and adapted to its external, superficial customs, but be transformed, changed by the entire renewal of your mind, by its new ideals and its new attitude. Look at there, Pointer Sisters. You didn't know that song was in the Bible, did you? I think that's the Pointer Sisters. I got a new attitude. All right. Well, let me keep going. All right. It's new attitude. So that you may prove for yourselves, what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God, even the thing which is good and acceptable and perfect in his sight for you. All right. All right, man. I just really kind of feel like I just want to read that one more time for digestion purposes. All right. This is Romans 12:2, Amplified Version. Do not be conformed to this world, this age, fashioned after and adapted to its external, superficial customs, but be transformed. Because transforms mean change by the entire renewal of your mind, by its new ideals and its new attitude, so that you may prove for yourselves what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God, even the thing which is good and acceptable and perfect in his sight for you. So listen to me, man. Um, don't get caught up in what's going on around you. Rather, focus in on uh, what's happening on the inside of you. It is Bible tells us that this particular instance is talking about presenting your body. That's what it starts in verse 1. I beg you by the mercies of God to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your spiritual worship. Then do not be conformed to this world. Yeah, so it is, and the Amplified says, I beg you by the mercies of God to make a decisive decision of your bodies, presenting all your members and faculty as a living sacrifice, holy and devoted, consecrated and well-pleasing to God, which is your reasonable, rational, intelligent service and spiritual worship. You just listen. That's just like, that's like, if you had any intelligence, your rational mind, he says the reasonable service, to know that it's an honor to offer ourselves uh, as those who have devoted and consecrated, uh, living a life of sacrificing as unto him. Now we get scared of the word sacrifice because we think that means we're going to have to go over to some other country and and not live comfortably. But the sacrifice is God is he said you're presenting yourself as the sacrifice. You're presenting yourself as your faculties, your members. You are offering all of you. It's a decisive dedication. That's what he's saying with this sacrifice. This decisive dedication. Decisive dedication. This is important, y'all. This is a decisive dedication. I don't know if the number's gonna be up tonight, Princess, because this stuff right here, you say 2026, you're gonna get your fix, then the numbers go up on that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, I believe God is calling us to a place where we are making a decisive a decision, where this decisive dedication to God is saying that all of me uh, wants all of you. Ain't that John Legend? Why are these songs coming up? First is Bobby Brown, then the Pointer Sisters, then something's going on around here. All right, so maybe my fasting, these things are coming out of me, is purging. I don't know. Okay, all right. So it is us offering all of ourselves to God at every piece, a decisive decision. This is not something that is just random, but this is intentional. Remember, we said this intentional effort. This is purposeful pursuit. This is diligence. This is us making sure that we are making these disciplines are being put in place. And so he says this is a decisive decision. This or a decisive decision. This is a devotion. This is a decisive dedication, should I say? A decisive dedication. So this is saying, God, every piece of me you can have. He says, listen, the faculties, the members, is a living sacrifice. And so now, a living sacrifice in opposed to what a dead sacrifice. A dead sacrifice is not going to move. A dead sacrifice is not going to feel it. So he says, this is not going to be comfortable. You're still going to have your nerves and all that stuff is still there. You're a living sacrifice. You think they put the sacrifice on these hot coals and all these other type stuff, but this living sacrifice is like, man, I can feel this. I can feel, man, the discomfort. I can feel the transition of this. This is I can feel the pressure of this. I can feel the weight of this. But he says, listen, part of this is so that we're presenting ourselves. This is a holy, devoted, consecrated. This is something. This is pleases God. He wants all of us. But then he goes on to say, man, this is reasonable. This is reasonable when you compare and look at who God is and who He's been and what He's done. This is reasonable. This is intelligent. This is an intelligent decision. And he said, it's spiritual worship. It is spiritual worship. Then he goes on and said, don't be conformed to this age and so forth and so on. And which to say that verse 1 is really uh in opposition to verse 2. Verse 1 is saying this is what God desires. This is what we should desire. Verse 2 is saying, hey, make sure you don't let this world system, these superficial custom, this external stimuli or these things with these impulses, don't let this stuff draw you away. But it's a matter of being transformed by the renewing of our mind, is how we think. So as a man thinketh, watch this, in his heart, so is he. And so he wants it all. And I wrote a little thing down on my notebook as I was kind of just jotting down. I just kind of jot out ideas, and I was talking about goals. We talk about goals for the year and what are goals. And I just said God over and above likes, you know, God over and above likes, GOAL. Then I said goals would be God over all else, because it's an L at the end. Don't worry about it. It was my own little jot to myself. It- God over all else, but at the end of the day, I think every goal, every aspiration, every New Year's resolution, whatever we have ought to be um, measured by the life that we have subscribed to, that is this decisive devotion to God. And so, in other words, and I'll not be my own, just my personal aspirations, stuff I wanted to do by the time I turn this age, or man, I need to do this because, I said if I was going to do this in next year and so forth and so on. Now, I believe God is saying, hey, now, okay, hold up, back up, punt, and make sure I'm in it. Make sure I'm involved. Make sure that I am connected to it. Make sure I have endorsed it. Make sure that I have given you the green light. Make sure I have given you the go ahead concerning that. And then we can make a this whole decisive devotion to God. Well, it is making the decisive devotion that is going to allow for us to even come to that place of humility to say, God, what is it that you desire to do? And I brought up my little agenda and my aspirations of what I had in mind, and I want to do what you have in mind for me. So I want to give you these four things that I want you to assess as we are still yet early in the year. Number one, direction. Where you headed? Direction, direction. If even I say this kind of often, even if you don't know the details, you ought to know the direction. You ought to know the direction. The direction may be I'm headed towards entrepreneurship. I don't know the details. I don't know how I'm going to buy the equipment. I don't know where my location is going to be exactly. I don't know, you know, um, where all the customers are going to come from. I don't have all of that, but I know what's drawing me and what God is calling me to. What's the direction for your 2026? What is where you headed, or are you just driving, wasting gas? I don't mean literally. I mean just in life. Are you just going around to see what happens, or are you headed somewhere on purpose? What direction are you? Have you even taken time to see if you're moving in the right direction, or have you just been going in a direction and you're just happy to be moving? You're just happy to be going. You never took time to look up and say, oh, I just saw this before. I saw this again. You haven't taken time to realize, oh, I'm going around the same block. You're just happy to be going somewhere. But have you taken time to figure out where am I going? Pastor, what's this got to do with living a consecrated life? Because I believe it is in that place of consecration, is in that place of being able to hear God, that place of living a life that's set apart where we can get and gain direction, where we can get understanding of where we should be headed. They call it GPS, God's positioning system. Where do you want me to go? Which way should I turn? I was going somewhere just this morning and I thought I knew where I was going. I did know where I was going, but there was another part of the city that I had not been to. And so I knew the general direction. So once I got so close, I put on Google Maps. Y'all know how we do it. And once I got to a particular section, it told me to turn. I slowed down. I'm like, man, this don't look right. Now, here I am talking about this don't look right, and I don't know exactly where I'm going. Now, before y'all point your finger at me, that's many of us. It is Siri or Google or whoever the voice is telling me, please merge to your right lane, prepare to turn, turn at the light. And I'm looking like this don't look right. I've never been there. How what do you mean you don't look right? That's what we do all the time. And I was smart enough to slow down and to uh, take a look at the map and realize that, you know what, it's gotten me here to this point. And so let me go ahead and follow through on where it is leading me. And I saw the destination. That's what we're gonna get to. I saw the destination on the map, and it looked like a clear-cut course. I just didn't know the course. That was the problem. I did. It's the people who paved the road, the construction folks, they knew where it goes. The locals who live there, they knew where it went. Even the phone knew where it went. I just didn't know. And since I was driving, I had to make a decision. Like, am I going to believe the voice that was speaking to me, or am I gonna believe my inhibitions? Am I gonna believe my discomfort? Am I going to believe uh, my ignorance of um, that particular area of the city? And I'm telling you, you gotta something's going to give you direction. By the way, something's directing you. Maybe your past. It may be how you see yourself. It may be voices in your mind. And I don't mean like literally that you're having any type of uh, manic episodes. I mean just literally ideas, or I mean just things that were said to you by others, or it may be just how you see yourself. It may be, I can't do this. It's too hard. It's too expensive. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not the wrong. I'm the wrong color. I'm the wrong gender. Whatever it is, all these reasons why you may not be able to do that. So these things, something is trying to lead you. Something is giving you direction. But the ideal is that we are directed by God Himself through the Word of God, through men and women of God who He's ordained to speak, through the Holy Spirit, and circumstances and situations He'll even utilize. But something is directing us. Well, what direction are you headed in? Is it the right direction? All right. And once I get that direction, I get understanding of what that looks like, then it's up to me to make a decision. Come on, it's only four of them. It ain't gonna take us long. We know the last one is we get into the destination, but it's up to me to make a decision. I have the right to choose. I had the right to choose. When I pulled over, I was slowed down. I had the right to choose, man. I was like, I'm going straight because this don't look right. This little side road looking stuff. I had a right to choose. The phone, the voice, the Google Maps, it did not take over my steering wheel nor my gas pedal. It did not force me to turn. It gave me the option. It gave me the option. And it's going to be so important that we understand the direction. It's going to be also important that we live this life that's consecrated so we can make sound decisions, because uh opportunities are really just options. We don't have to take advantage of them. I've got to come to a place where I can hear enough so that I can make sound decisions. Now, I happen to make, it may be semantics, it may be not here, nor neither here nor there for some, but I make a difference between decisions and choices. I just do, just for clarity's sake on my end. I believe decisions are the header. I believe that's the overall thing that we do. Decisions is, hey, I'm gonna lose weight. That's I've decided I'm gonna lose weight. That's I'm gonna take off some pounds. Then I believe those choices are things that support the decision. Choices are okay, don't eat this cookie. The choice is I set before you fried chicken or grilled chicken. Choose grilled. Well, not right now because y'all on the fast. All right. But I'm saying depends on what kind of fast you're doing. All right. Okay. So I'm saying that those choices now are designed to support the decision that we made. So based on the direction, and some of us we haven't moved even past the direction because we're in a place of I don't know. And it's okay if you're in a place of I don't know, because according to the book of James, if we need wisdom, God will give it to us. We just want to make sure that we take time to get the wisdom so we know the direction. Then we make the direction, we have to make a decision. We got to make a decision. Am I going to follow the directions or am I going to move in uh, disobedience? Now, that's the danger of getting directions. That's the danger. The danger of directions. That sounds like a good teaching. The danger of directions, because once you know, now you're accountable for it. Once you get the directions from God and He said, "This is what I want you to do," it's still up to us to decide to do it. So that's sometimes why people they don't even consult God because they know what He's gonna say, or they feel like they know what He's gonna say, or man, if He tell me that, then I don't do it. That's just like saying I'm going to the doctor because if I go to the doctor, something's gonna be wrong. Well, if something's wrong, then you probably should have gone to the doctor, right? So I'm just saying that once you have the directions now, God will give the direction, but now it's up to us to make that decision and move in. That's right, Travion, move in obedience. It's going to be a key. It's always key, but it's certainly going to be key for this year. When you live that life that you are set apart, set aside, and you're approaching things that way, obedience is a key to the blessings of God showing themselves strong in your life. All right. Y'all got it. Are y'all home? Come on. I'm gonna pause right there. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a something. Give me a I'm listening. Give me a yay. Give me give me a direction, decision. Give me a road map, a little car emoji. Give me something. Let me know you're headed somewhere that you ain't just rolling over into 2026 on just random. You're just seeing what's gonna happen and all that. We ain't doing all of that. Now we're moving intentionally on purpose. All right, most definitely. All right, he said most definitely. Okay, I got the little car emoji. They said they headed somewhere. Okay, I got that. All right, raise a little thumbs up. Okay, all right, got it. Oh, that's what you're trying to tell me. You had to put it big like that, though, princess. What you trying to tell me? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, all right. She put the big one up there. Y'all see that? Y'all see how they do you? It'd be your own people too who do you like that. All right, okay, all right. So direction, I get that from God. Decision, that's up to me to make. You know, Adam and Eve were right there in the garden with God. Uh, he formed them from the dust of the earth, gave them dominion, Genesis 1, formed them from the dust of the earth, and breathed the breath of life. I mean, you got God literally flowing in you. It was a decision that got them dismissed from the garden. And so it is important that we understand we make decisions, right decisions. They decided to do something contrary to the will of God. So I've got the direction. Then it's going to be up to me to make the necessary decision. And I don't want to make decisions that's going to get me dismissed. All right. Okay. So, but every decision requires a discipline. Here's a statement for you. Any decision without a discipline ultimately becomes a deception or a disappointment. Okay. All right, Princess, put that clock on me. So I got to rush. I got to go. Y'all got to think quick. Any decision that doesn't have an attached discipline becomes a deception or, at a minimum, a disappointment. Book of James says this: if you are a hearer and not a doer, you are deceiving yourself. If I'm a hearer, if I've got the direction, I've decided, but I don't put a discipline, I don't put some action, I don't put some, what is discipline? Is doing what needs to be done. It is doing it even when I don't feel like it. It is a routine, regimented route that gets me to a particular place. Remember, we're getting to a destination, a routine, regimented route. And so it is step by step. The steps of a good man and woman are ordered by God. It is me moving. It's paths that have been prearranged, predestined for me to walk therein. Ephesians 2:10. It is trust in the Lord with all our heart, lean not to our own understanding. In all of my ways I acknowledge Him, and He will direct my what paths. So these are ordered. This is a uh, routine, regimented route. That's what these disciplines look like. These are step by step. I take these steps because they are leading me towards the next space. It is a discipline. We are disciples of Jesus Christ, disciplined ones. And so I've got to not only get the direction from God, make a decision. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Now, these disciplines I've got to put in place, because any decision, there it is, my wife has on the screen, without discipline becomes a deception and a disappointment. And so it is a discipline thing that is necessary. It is me doing the decision that came from the direction, no matter what. That is me. That is walking by faith. That's when it don't look like I do it. That's when it looks like it, I do it. That's when I don't feel like it, I do it. But when I feel like it, I do it. That's when they understand it, I do it. But when they don't understand it, I do it. That's when I got the money in the bank, I do it. But when I don't have the money, I figure out how to do it. That's because I've got the direction. So God has endorsed it, and I have now His clearance. And y'all know me. I want His clearance on the front end, so I don't need His cleanup on the back end. I got His clearance, and He stamped it. And so anywhere He guides, He provides. And so He's already given me provision, whether or not I can see it. My job is to make the decision and to operate in the discipline that's necessary to get me to the destination. All right. Okay. Y'all got that? So it's the direction. Come on. I gave you 4 easy steps, man. 4 easy steps. This will work for marriage. This will work for money. This will work for job. This will work for career. This will work for relationship. This will work for whatever it is. What's the direction? Where you headed with that? Whatever that is. And based on what God has said, because that's how you determine where you're headed. Well, that's how you determine where you should be headed. Because you can determine where you're headed, because GPS says what? You're here. You're here. So you make this assessment. This is where I am. Now, is where I am, is this where I should be? This is the direction. This is what you determine from the direction. I'm getting this directions from God, and then I want to look at what He said versus where I am, and I'll make the necessary adjustment. Then I decide, okay, man, I'm about to go in this direction where God would have me to go. Or I make a decision, I'm gonna go on my own. Or I'm gonna make a decision, I'm gonna just sit right here. But I've got to decide. I get to decide. I get to make a decision, right? Whatever decision I make, in order for that decision to come alive, it needs to be attached to the proper disciplines, regimented, routine, or route that's leading me. That's a route that I'm taking, right? And that's disciplines are going to get me to my destination. Make it practical, Pastor Ty. God says this ain't the time for spending, it's the time for saving. I get to decide, am I going to spend? He's not coming down and slap the money out my hand when I get in the store. I've got to decide. So I decide, okay, God, I hear you. I know you want to increase me financially. You're trying to get me out of debt, but I've got to decide how I spend. I'm going to tear up these cards, whatever I'm going to do. I'm deciding. Then the disciplines, because what? There's always going to be a sale. There's gonna be something that you go, ooh, but these was $100 and now they $25. I need to get this. No, it's a sale, but it ain't your sale, because you got directions, and that's not part of your This is not part of one of your line items on your budget. Okay. This is the discipline part, but it's getting you to your what destination. The same 25 you're about to spend, now we're gonna take that 25 and we're going to do something else with it that's going to get us closer to that destination. God says this, you need to take care of your health. Do you not know that you're not your own? Your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost. You've been bought with the price. So I make a decision. Okay, I'm gonna get this food thing together. Stop eating all this fried and processed and drinking all this sugary stuff and eating all this. Okay, great. Making the decision. That's what I'm going to do. Supported by daily choices, right? Or daily disciplines. Disciplines what? Man, come on. You know they finna have a party at the job. You know they about to have sugar, everything, free, donuts, cake, sweet tea, fried chicken. They ain't never had that, but they gonna have it because you made this decision. And guess what? You're gonna have to have some discipline to say, no, thank you. I'm gonna eat these carrot sprouts and almonds. And you know, carrot sprouts and almonds don't smell nothing like fried chicken. You gotta make that decision. You make that discipline, but it's getting you to your destination. What is that? To have better health. God's saying the direction is I am restoring the relationship. Okay. All right, God, we got it. But now I got to make a decision. And in this case, two people have to make a decision, or whoever they're in the relationship with. And then take some disciplines. It makes a decision that this is what direction we're going, but it takes some disciplines now. Because there's gonna be times you get on my nerves. There's gonna be some times that I want to throw the old stuff up in your face. There's gonna be some times up that if you remind me of what you was doing before and all this other kind of stuff, and it's just gonna seem like this thing ain't working. But I gotta have some disciplines in place. And one of those major disciplines is gonna be prayer. And all that stuff I just gave you, one of the major disciplines is gonna be a prayer discipline. And that's gonna get you to the destination. All right, this is just a few nuggets tonight, just to kind of help us think through where we're headed. What if we took January and we just said, okay, I'm going to invest the one in order to maximize the other 11 months? Well, if we took January, I'm going to use January to get some structure and some order about my life. I'm going to figure out what needs to be cut off, see what needs to be added, see what needs to be. I'm just saying, what if you say, I'm going to invest the one and let January be a kind of a type of first fruit that I spend time hearing God, hearing what he desires to do, getting my direction together, so forth and so on, and then see the fruit of that for the rest of the 11. Yeah, yeah, I believe that would work. I believe that gives us plenty of time. I believe that is something if we did, man, we would be so glad that we did because we won't be out here random. We won't be out here just doing routine, just doing it because it's what we've always done. And then we're figuring out, man, why this year look like last year? Why did I not get the result that I intended to get? Yeah, we don't want to just be hoping and wishing. We want to be moving on purpose. Yeah, last year this time we talked about aim, authorize intentional movement. Aim ain't went nowhere. It's still we ought to be still aiming. Authorize. What is God authorizing? What's the direction? What's the direction? Intentional. That is the decision. Movement. That's the discipline. It ain't changed. It's kind of morphed into something else, and that's gonna get us to the destination. Hey, I appreciate you all. Did this help anybody tonight? Did this give you just a little bit of Just give you just a little bit? Some of you just like, oh man, I gotta pump my brakes because you're just jumping out there, just doing stuff. It's a new year. I'm finna do this now. Oh, it's 2026, whatever. Listen, don't let a date drive you. Dates don't determine destinations or destinies. Don't let because it's something new. I got to do something new. I got to go buy this. I got to get this right here. This is my season. You're gonna make it be a season. You know, Instead of letting it rain, you're just gonna throw some water up in the air and then jump up under it. We're gonna make something happen. No, don't do that. I'm saying it is flowing in the things of God, we got to get in the flow, but out the way. All right. All right. Well, Chelsea and Denise Shelvin said it was help them. I think everybody else kind of just sitting back like, man, what in the world? I thought he was going to inspire us. If this didn't inspire you, I don't know what to tell you. Because now you have a map. You got a roadmap. You got some simple steps that you can implement. And what that will do is help you. I know that's right, Liza. What's up, Liza? It's good to see you on. How you start is how you finish. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm telling you all, if you'll take the time to invest, let this be. I mean, we're the 7th. Get your ducks in a row. Do your due diligence. And I'm telling you, it's time. Yo, what's up, girl? I'm telling you, if you invest the one, you'll see the fruit of it in the remainder of the year. All right, y'all, we're about to get out of here because we're about to go pray. We're praying every night because we're in this time of consecration. And so we're praying every night, 8:00 p.m. And so we'll be on our prayer line tonight. We'll be on the line tonight. The number's right there on the screen. We love for you to get on and to be a part of this journey with us. This 21 days, a little less than 21 days because we started on Sunday. But you can jump right in and be a part of it. We'll be on the line tonight. Then on Saturday, we'll be in person praying. Then on Sunday, we'll be in our digital hub group. And if you're not a part of that group, all you have to do is go find the group. It's called the Digital Hub and request admission. And we'll let you in, no problem. We want you to be a part of our community. It certainly will bless your life. All right. All right, you all. Blessings to you tonight. Thank you for joining us. MidLink is back. And so we'll be on Wednesdays at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time right here, wherever you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, lock it in, like, subscribe, do all that other good stuff. Make sure the notification bell and all that other good stuff is happening. So then that way you can be notified when we're on. All right. Blessings to you. My praise the Lord would bless you. Bless you indeed. That he will enlarge your territory. His hand will be on you and with you. He'll keep you from evil and from harm. We will talk to you real soon, everybody. Be blessed.